Hello everyone, my name's Bottletophornet and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft. I am in the nether trying to get myself a few ghast tears. Now, I've already got myself half a stack, but I want to get enough to take on the dragon another 19 times. I know that I said I was going to take a break after that last episode, but nah. We're going to take on the dragon this episode, and we might even get started or finish our enderman farm. I'm hoping. So, I'm going to fly around the nether here, dodging their bullets, and going around with my looting sword, taking on these guys like that, and hopefully getting a decent supply. Oh, come on. Catch it. I missed. There we go. That's really bad looting luck. But I'm going to fly around until I have enough to summon the dragon 19 more times. We'll get ourselves set up with a bunch of the end crystals, and we'll get into a big fighting session. Once that's done, we should be able to see whether or not the ring works around the outside of our island, make sure it all looks good, and then we'll start doing some decorating and maybe build a farm. So, give me a minute to fight all of these guys, and then we'll get right into the episode. Yeah! I think that's it. I think I have enough now. So I had 32 before, plus the 44 I have now. That should be 76, which is 19 times 4. We'll see. I hope that math is correct. But if I can now find my way back somewhere. There we go. Look at this. It's almost like I know my way around my own world. So, we're going to pop back through here. Actually, I think I left them. Yes. Cool. So, a stack and 12. Let's do a little bit of work here. If we do that... that's 19. I've done my math wrong. Wait, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There's 4 there. And there we go. I did it right. So that's 19 slots. We'll do it like that. It's a bit easier. That way we have 9, and 9 is 18, plus 1 is 19. Perfect. Okay. I got a little worried there. So now we have to go make a bunch of Eyes of Ender, get a bunch of glass, which we already have, and gather ourselves a bunch of obsidian. So what we might do is get ourselves ready with a bit of a shulker box set up. So we have the ghast tears in there. If we go over to the recipe, somewhere in here, there we go. It requires, we don't need obsidian. Good to know. So we just need the same amount of Eyes of Ender. And then a bunch of glass. Okay. That's kind of good. So if that's the case, it's a little trip back into the nether to get some blaze rods. And I'm sure we have a bunch of ender pearls out in the end. Cool. Probably need some rockets too. I really hope you guys enjoyed that last episode. It was definitely a lot of work, but it really does look amazing. We'll pop back out there in a second and have another look because it really is just beautiful. But first, let's see whether we can get some luck fighting some blaze over here. Hello, my friend. With a bit of luck and looting, we should be able to get a decent supply without too much trouble. And I might also kill any of the wither skeletons that we find here while we're at it. So, let's see what my luck's like. I would have been really, really happy if I got one right then. But we have this one here that we can continue to get our blaze from any second now. There we go. And I will need a stack and 12 of blaze powder. So, give me a minute. I'll see how much of that I can grab. We might see if we can get any any more spawning over in that area as well as the the guys up there. And I'll meet you guys back here once I have collected them all up. Any luck? Nah. Ah well. So yes, blaze farming, a go. Also, I completely forgot that those two were that close to one another. Nice. Okay, see you in a sec. Beautiful. I think with that, I should be able to convert that into blaze powder. There we go. A stack and 12, which is exactly how much I needed. Any more wither skeletons before I go? Oh, there's a little bit more down there too. So now we're going to head over and see how many ender pearls we have, because it could actually be a little bit difficult to get some, seeing that we removed all of the ability for endermen to spawn. But with a little bit of luck, we'll have a couple in some chests over there. And, oh, look at that. Hey friends, let's try this, just in case. Come over here. They don't want to come onto the island. They know. Huh, did they just run off the edge? Well, this isn't going to work because I'll just knock him off. Ooh, I fell too. But we should have some over in these chests here. I'm hoping. There's some there. Some... Oh dear. Okay. New plan. Make up what we have and then go to the outer end. Take a stack of this and let's head through wherever it is. A little portal over here. Okay. With this, I should be able to build myself up a little bit of a shelter, like so. And look at all these guys. I'm going to have to lower this volume when I edit it. Oh, God. Okay, we are almost there. We just need 5 more ender pearls. That's about 1, 2, 3 worth? Yeah, nailed it. Cool. So we have, in our little chest here, our little shulker box, we have the required ingredients other than the glass, but I have plenty of glass back home. So let's head back through, craft those up, and we'll get into a bit of dragon killing. That was kind of cool how we stood up on here. I'm excited to see whether or not the circle of these that ends up spawning around here is nice and even feeling off the main one that we've built. I really hope it is, because if it's a bit wonky or it doesn't quite end up a perfect circle, it's going to make this whole build look a little bit weird. So fingers crossed, but if we head back home and grab some glass, we should be able to craft up all that we need. Alright. So over here, I have been collecting a decent amount of glass. I think that should be more than enough. I'll take out the bits and pieces of that we need. And that's how you make up 76 end crystals. Simple. Very nice. So I'll put that glass away now. We might store the crystals away safely in here for now, because I am going to have to go remove all of those chests worth of endstone. Oh boy. So temporarily, we're just going to use all of these yellow shulker boxes and see how we go. I'll come back once the tedious stuff is out of the way. All right. So this place is cleared up. It's ready to go. I'm going to go put this ridiculous amount of endstone away just so that I don't lose it if I accidentally die. Although with Elytra, I don't really see us failing the dragon fight very easily. It should be quite simple to just go through the motions. I'm actually going to come over here because I think I dropped a chest. I did. I dropped a chest through the end portal. I don't know whether I've ever mentioned this, but that is the exact center of our world, or the 0, coordinates, is this little quad here. So anything that drops through the end portal goes straight back onto that block. It's usually that one, it's not the other one. So yeah, got that marked. We could use that for something in the future if we think of something. But for now, it's just a torch. So we'll pop over to our endstone. We're just going to get rid of it all. I'll deal with cleaning all of this stuff up later because I want to go fight the dragon. I feel like it's going to be so satisfying to go through, get all of the portals opened up to the outer end, get myself set up to really be able to work on that end island however I like without summoning the dragon anymore. So, we're going to put away our explosive devices. We're going to put away some bits and pieces like this. We're going to put away a spare ender chest. I don't need that either. And we'll just put away that stuff too, just in case. Got plenty of food, got a fair few rockets, but we might get a little bit extra just in case. The experience that we get for killing the dragon should be enough to heal up our elytra every single time we win, so I'm not too worried about that. Cool. Stack and a half of food, nearly 3 stacks of rockets. Alright, let's go fight her 19 times. And with a bit of luck, I'll be able to do it in one sitting, so we're going to time-lapse this, which is just probably going to be a massive... Ooh, hold on. Which is ooh, I almost hit the other one. Probably just going to be a massive amount of movement. There we go. But at least you should be able to see the dragon disappearing a bunch of times. And yeah, if not, I'll montage it up. Either way, I'm going to get busy, and I'll see you on the other side. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Look at that. A beautiful ring of gateways around our island. And, by the looks of things, fairly evenly so, I believe. Oh, that's so cool. I haven't actually flown up here yet. Yeah. So, even though I died once while doing that, it was pretty alright. It took me about an hour and 20 minutes to beat the dragon that many times. I've come through and placed some spawn proofing on top of here temporarily. I'm still not quite sure what we're going to do with these areas. I might remove them, but that's a lot of work. For now, though, I'm thinking that we'll work on our enderman farm, and I've been trying to work out what I want to do over in these gateways. I was originally thinking a large ring, but now I'm kind of thinking crystals or something. Like, if you've seen my last Let's Play series, I made those obelisks. Something along those lines. Something floating that looks really cool. But I'll think about that. It may be that what I want to do is actually remove all of these obsidian towers and then use that obsidian to create some obsidian obelisks around the outside. Oh, that was good timing. So we'll see. We'll work something out, I'm sure. For now, though, I think we're going to work on our farm here. So there's a few things that we've got to deal with. One is lighting up around the outside of that so that we don't get spawns on there. And then I want to make this enderman farm fairly close to the surface and actually dig down the amount of space that we need to have it inside, or the killing chamber inside of here. So I'm going to go grab some lighting blocks to put around the outside of that, grab a few materials, and then we'll see what we can come up with. Yeah. All right. I've got my gear. Let's see what we can do. Oh. So this is the first thing that we really need to deal with. Easy enough to just knock them off the edge, let their ghost scream at us for a little while. And then we're going to pop down this and grab a few goodies out of here. Make sure that you never leave anything on this pad, because every time you come back into the end, it resets an area, I think 3 tall by the perimeter of this, which is 5, I believe. So 5 by 5 by 3, and that will always reset everything inside of it when you come through the portal. So little tip, if you're new or you don't spend much time out in the end, definitely never leave anything on this platform. So from here, I'm just going to make a couple of posts around the outside. I believe that these should not get affected, but we will test it out. And we're just going to put some lamps on here, which should give us enough light to stop any spawning from happening. And then we can detail it up properly down the line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So my plan here is actually to probably make a bridge straight across into the inside of the island itself. Now, we're not going to do that this episode. We might do a stage 3 after this one. For now, I really just want to get that main area done, but we are going to come through at this height. So I will check. It's Y level 49. But then I'm going to come across here, and on the outside edge of this circle, I believe. Just trying to work out where I want to do it. I'll actually start right here. Out here, we're also just going to dig down to Y level 49, and we'll make a little path through. There we go. Light that up so nothing can spawn, and we're just going to dig this tunnel at 2 high. Obviously, this is going to have to go straight through our obsidian pillar. So, yeah, this will give us a taste of what it's going to be like if we remove it all. And now it shouldn't be too far out to the other side. Beautiful. That looks like it is in line with the center, which is lovely. The towers themselves aren't always centralized, like they can be slightly off tilt in one direction or another, but at least that is in line. And I actually kind of like the look of that. We might lean into something along that style for some of the stuff up here. For now though, I'm not going to build that bridge. I want to keep this as spawn proof as possible. This is just to get us the idea of what is eventually going to be our entryway into the side of here. Beautiful. So now what I want to do is work out the height at which I'm going to build my enderman farm. But something that I also want to do is make an option for this enderman farm to be used as a wither rose farm, maybe? I'm not quite sure. I'm thinking that I want to keep the spawning platform fairly low on here so that it's not sitting a mile up in the air, and actually use the height of the island that we have to go down inside and create a killing area. But if, say, I had the enderman falling just on this side here, for example, if I remove this, if we had them flowing past the portal just there, dropping down, and had a way to switch out some, I don't have any on me, but they're in my redstone box, switch out some blocks using pistons so that they land a little bit closer, don't die by any means. And then if we wanted to cheese a wither underneath here, we could put a wither in there, and it trying to blow up would damage the enderman. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. For now, though, we might make our drop area on this side, just in case we want to do that in the future. I think, though, the biggest thing will be making sure that they drop far enough that the wither could still hurt them. How is there an enderman up there? Did I miss a spot? I did. Huh. Hehe. There we go. Any more? Did I miss any more spots? I don't think so. So yes, what I might quickly do is actually just Google how much damage the wither does in its initial explosion, and then work out the minimum amount of space that they would need to drop to get killed by that initial explosion. Yeah, sometimes farms like these require a little bit of research. Even though I'm going to be mostly doing this off memory or my own designs, not necessarily following a farm that somebody else has built, I will be using my knowledge of in-game mechanics. Sometimes though, you have to Google it. I don't know how much damage the wither does with its initial explosion. So let's check. And it appears it does about 49.5 hearts of damage in its initial explosion. That being said, there's obviously going to be a little bit of space between that explosion and over here, but a small-ish drop. I think Endermen have about 20 hearts, maybe 25, I'm not sure. I think it's twice as much as we do, though. Either way, even if the explosion is at half, it should kill a fully healed Enderman. We'll make sure to drop them a fraction first, though. So what we might do is work out the height that we want to set our initial platform at. And by doing so, I should probably actually check where I would have them fall. So if we come under here to where our wither would be spawned in, and we open up this area, but only too high so that they can't spawn in here, obviously. Okay, we now have that space, and when you're spawning in the wither, you need the 2 blocks, and we would have something like this. Yeah, I believe that's correct. The tail goes directly under the center block of the portal, and then you build the T out from there. So if that's the spot where he explodes, having them standing just here would likely be the go. So that means that our blocks just there are the height that we want it to come out of the wall. So I'm going to make a little indentation just there so that I have that reference for future. Okay. I know this is a little bit planny as I'm going through it, but I'm trying to give you guys an idea of how I'm coming up with my ideas, I suppose. So this height here is 57. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I think 15 puts it at a decent height where it's high enough above the portal that I have some room to build, but it's not too high that it goes above the line of those out there. Ooh, maybe we aim for exactly that height. Let me check something. That is 72. These are 5 tall, so if I'm standing on the top, it's 78. So the bottom block, God, the bottom block down there would be standing on 74. So I would want to be standing on 73 to have my feet in the position of that last block. Okay. A swoop. So then with this, we'll just go to 73. That is the height that I'm going to have my Enderman spawning at. And we'll just put a torch there. Now, if we're at 73, we want to drop them 43 blocks. Oh, that's actually kind of perfect. We want to drop them 43 blocks so that they have a single hit to die. Now, I'm actually going to drop them 42.5, which should still achieve the same amount of damage or very similar. And using a sword, it shouldn't be that hard to kill them. So we're going to go down to Y level 30 inside of our island here. Okay, so down at this level, this block here, or more specifically, these half slabs here, is where I want them to land. We're going to be standing out in a chamber that I create out this way, and then it's just going to be a case of making a nice staircase going up back to our walkway, and then we can have a couple of sideways corridors going around the opening to the stairway and to our main level that is directly where we want to summon the wither occasionally. So we're going to open this up to about a 5x5 again, which should technically mirror where the portal is up above, although it might be slightly bigger. And just for now, I'm going to dig up a very, very small staircase. There we go. So that gets us up to this point. It's not too far away from our main chamber, so we'll just loop around the side of our little opening, but I'll probably make this 3 wide as we go. I think we'll leave that for future episodes. I just want to make sure that I get the functionality here today. So now we would come across here. We do need to make sure that this area in here is lit up, just because now we have a space available for them to spawn. Eventually there will be stairs there, and then we won't have to worry about it. We'll probably slab this entire hallway as well, or make it 2.5 tall so that they can't spawn. For now, this is perfect. And then the last thing that I want to do is, if that's the spot that they're going to land, I'm going to be retracting those blocks with pistons. So if I open this up in here, and we might get out our redstone box. There we go. If I have pistons across here, and then use some of the obsidian that I gained from that pillar, I want to have an obsidian layer there, obsidian on the sides, and then obsidian just here. We'll remove those blocks. Oh, I need some more. Luckily, we have a huge supply. Okay, so that across like this. Now what I can do is put some slime here with these slabs on top. This is just temporary placeholder slabs. And when they come across, it's going to be half a slab high. That means that I should be able to make a really nice little killing chamber across here with maybe some... Oh, we have exactly 5. Some spruce doors like this, spruce trapdoors. And when those are activated, their feet are going to be halfway up this. And I could even put a half slab down here if I want to make sure I really don't get touched, but I think that would be perfectly fine. That should technically hold some of the ender pearls, and then when I retract them, the ender pearls are just going to drop down into the void. So let's dig down there. There we go. This is a familiar sight to me, so it doesn't really worry me looking out over the void like this. We can drop out. And I will just do another double check underneath here, but I do believe that I've made sure all of the spawnable spots underneath are gone. Yep, looks like it. And we can head back up top. So yes, that looks like a good height to me. It's not going to be towering above everything. And also one of the main reasons I want to go down into the inside of this area is because when endermen are damaged down here, there is a chance that they will look for a nearby space to teleport to. I believe down this far should be far enough away that they won't be able to find any viable spots to teleport. Even if it was a half slab, they might be able to get up there. But I think it's far enough away, about 30-ish, 32 blocks, I think they can teleport within. I might have to check that, but it should stop the majority of them from teleporting away. Therefore, we're going to get every single enderman staying down here, ready to kill with a swipe of the sword. Lovely. So now, yeah, I think I'm going to build up an enderman farm. I might make the redstone work. I might clean this area up a little bit, do a little bit of decorating, and build up the enderman farm above. Might do that in the form... Whoa, that's close. Might do that in the form of a quick time lapse. And then we'll pop back in and see whether it all works. It's exciting. I'm finally going to have an XP farm, even though killing the dragon that many times, even with the death, I still have 46 levels. Overall, it's going to be fantastic for healing our tools. So let's pop into this time lapse, and I'll see you on the other side with probably the sound of very, very angry endermen. Enjoy. Wait. Scratch that. It is about 2 or 3 hours later, and I've been troubleshooting because I built the farm. I got everything running, and nothing spawned. And you can see I've been doing different experiments trying to work out where they will spawn. And if you wait a second, you should see somewhere over on that platform, I believe, and also up at that height. There we go. I believe, and I have not been able to find on Google or anywhere, but I believe that I've discovered there is an anti-spawn zone around the end portal. So nothing spawns here. If I go out a little ways, something spawns. Nothing spawns anywhere down around near my my main bit down below, and nothing will spawn on that platform. It seems like you have to go about 35 plus blocks away vertically, and at least I think 24 away. Now you may notice I've got a little bit of stuff up in the top left because I tried downloading things to do stuff like put on the light levels. So at the top left there, it's showing all 0 and everything like that. I don't know. So I'm going to have a quick look. We are at, if this is where the center is down there, I think it ended up having to be about 24 blocks away. So I think on that block there and out, it was working. It's almost as if the center of the portal is acting like a player. Now, we should just check if the portal is Y level 65. Let's go up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm out of blocks. I've also got this now, which is wonderful, where I can look into the shulker box while it's in my inventory. I wonder if I can get rid of the tag bit underneath. We'll see. But for now, we will just use this block It was 65, I believe. So we're 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Let's just check. We'll go up one more to 25. And we'll make a little platform here and see whether anything spawns on here as well. Doing some testing right now. Because I built it all, it should have all been working. I had my killing mechanism, which I'll show you guys since I cancelled that time lapse. And then I went down there and waited, and nothing happened. So that should hopefully be a big enough platform. If we pop over here, let's see. It might take a little bit of time, but we'll see whether or not anything spawns on there. Everything's spawning up there. Hold on, let me remove this stuff here. Off you go. Off you go. Oh. Off I go. Yeah, wasn't even worried about it. So let's remove this platform and just leave a block at that height so that I can rebuild it here. Because what might have to end up happening is I may have to build it up here and have just underneath the spawn portal or the portal down there be my area where I kill them, which isn't anywhere near what I was hoping for when I originally thought of all this. But this seems like a bit of an unforeseen side effect, something that I've never heard of before, but am seeing quite a bit of evidence for, is there is a spawn-proof area around the portal. So let's try this again. I'll just grab all this XP. So they're definitely spawning out there. So I may make a ring around, which won't be anywhere near as fast, but we'll see. It does take them quite a while to travel that distance. So, yeah, anyway, let's see whether up here anyone spawns. Okay, so they definitely spawn down at that height. Very interesting. They're spawning quite regularly over there, so I could do a ring around the outside, but I feel like the travel time is possibly going to cause some problems. As such, it may be better for us to just build that size platform up here, see whether we can move my endermite up to that height, and it's definitely not what I was originally hoping for. You know what? Actually, no. I'm going to make it work down at this height so it is kept lower to the base there. We're going to do a large ring. Okay, well, it has been quite a bit of time, but I'm going to pop into that time lapse that I promised, and this time we're going to do it a little bit differently. And yeah, okay, it's going to be nice and quick. Let's go. And welcome back, everyone. All right, so I've got it working, and we've started to work out how we want this all set up. As you can see, they are flowing hard and fast down past, nice, into the void itself. And if I click this, we get plenty dropping in straight away. Now, it shouldn't take long for that to hit mob cap, like there-ish. I'm actually going to quickly turn down my sounds of the hostile creatures down to 1%. But there, you can see that they are starting to, I think, potentially cram. Cool. So, I've tested it a little bit. You can see I've got 62 levels. Now what I want to do is grab one of my completely worn out tools like this. In fact, that one there is probably a great example. That is at 18 durability. Everything should be quite healed up, so I'm going to put that in there, and we're going to see how long it takes to heal. So 3, 2, 1. This should basically end up having more XP coming into my being than I can pick up. So there's a little bit of a delay there because it had to wait for them to respawn after the mob cap was reopened, but now that they are flowing constantly and I'm killing them constantly, we should be getting them flowing in from the top all the time. Now, obviously, this isn't going to be quite as fast as it could possibly be, because we did have to work around the fact that I, couldn't make them spawn right close to that portal. And after much testing, it does look like it is a 24 block, maybe cylinder? I'm not quite sure. But it's definitely not spawnable. And in a second, we're basically done. Not sure how much that took. I'll check it in post, but under a minute at least. And so I should be able to continue through and grab all of these actually. And we'll just put that in here. And I might go through and heal up all my tools. Nice. Okay. We'll open that back up. This is probably going to go on for a while, but we now have fully healed tools, spare silk touch, my spare fortune 3, or both of the fortune 3s. That's kind of unreal. We may as well even instantly heal this. Look at it going off in the corner there. There we go. So we can put that away as well. That really only took me about 3 minutes. Now, obviously, I need to do a slightly better job of making sure that we don't have too many pearls just sitting there waiting to be picked up. So I can do a little bit of work to improve that system, improve the killing area so that I don't grab as many as that. But we could also just make ourselves a little bin, a little lava source or something in the wall that I could throw them into if I wanted to. And there we go. We have all the experience. That is amazing. Healing that many tools with the XP farm that we had with the skeleton grinder would have taken me an hour. Probably not even far from the truth. So that is actually unbelievable. I'm super happy with that. And honestly, it's pretty fast, even with the fact that it is not set up ideally. So let's jump up here and we'll have a look at it going. So you can see they spawn pretty decently. I could even increase the size of this outside ring and maybe get some more spawning, but I honestly don't think it needs to be much faster than that. Now, I did make this purely out of the bricks. One did teleport down there. Most of the time they stay on the platform, but we might go through and change up the look of that eventually. I'm not quite sure. Oh, he must have been looked at by me. That would be it. But we might change up the blocks that are used if it comes out to need a better color or something. We'll see. Either way, I am quite happy with this. It looks like they pour in there pretty damn quickly, all trying to head towards that little fella down there. And if I actually pop down, this is so silly. It's so stupid. Actually, I should be careful because I probably have this guy. Yeah, come on. But somewhere in this whole effort of trying to get this whole place working, I did rename this guy. I can't see his name. Hello? I can't see his name. Damn it. Well, instead of Endermite, I called him Starter Will. It's a terrible name. Endermite, Starter Will. You get the idea. All right, I'm going to get out of here before I make a mistake and end up breaking something. But that is working. Now, it's been a little while since the last episode came out. I apologize for the delay. I am going to be taking things a little bit slower just to avoid burnout. So if it ends up being closer to 5 to 6 days between episodes, I hope you guys are okay with that. I just need to make sure that I have the time and sort of mental capacity to work on these things. And so I will be taking it just slightly easier for the foreseeable future. Hope you guys understand, and I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I would like to thank my Patreon supporters, especially my level 3 Patreon supporters, for your continued support. It means a lot, and I really do appreciate it. And everyone who supports me here. You guys are amazing. Leave a like if you enjoyed this episode. In the next episode, we're going to go about probably decorating this whole island up. I think we're going to stick to this project for the time being. Look at them flow in. And with that, I hope you guys take care of yourself until the next episode, and I'll see you then. All right, everyone. Bye-bye.